Hello and welcome to Brandon Smith. The Rugby in the Six Nations 2021 is done and dusted. Therefore, it's time for the Six Nations 2021 awards ceremony. So before we get into the different categories, make sure you are subscribed. Hit the red button down below. It's free to do and helps grow the channel. And also let me know who would win the different awards on show tonight if you were picking them. Let me know in the comments down below. Let's get into the first one. The first award is Player of the Tournament. And the nominees are as follows. First up, we have Tag Byrne. Then we have Antoine Dupont of France. We have Talupe Faletau of Wales. We have Robbie Henshaw of Ireland. We have Rhys of Wales. We have Hamish Watson of Scotland. And those are your nominees. Let's have a look through each one and see who is more likely to win. Let's start, first of all, then, with Tag Byrne. Tag Byrne probably went into this 2021 Six Nations not expecting to be part of the starting team. But 5 matches and 5 big performances later, and there's no questioning just how big of an impact he has for Andy Farrell's side. He said, my goal was just to make the squad, and once I made the squad, it was very much just to break into the 23. Byrne scored tries away to Wales and Scotland, while he also picked up Guinness Six Nations Man of the Match awards in Rome and Edinburgh. His impact at the breakdown is something that cannot be denied, and Ireland's set piece looked very strong. Second nominee, as we said, was Antoine Dupont. Now, this man surely has got to be the scrum half in the world. If the 2020 Guinness Six Nations was all about him announcing himself to the world, well, 2021 was all about just how good he is and him proving his class once again. Named as the Six Nations Man of the Match in the opening game against Italy, and of course, getting 4 assists and a try in that match. A week later, he helped France to get their first win in Dublin for over a decade. And then, of course, Wales against France. The big game for them was that match, wasn't it? And he led them as a leader very, very well in that match. One of the best players in the world. Next up on the list then is Talupe Faletau. Of course, coming into the Six Nations, had a lot of injury concerns, but came into this one and now solidified himself as the best 8 in Wales. Always had the talent. The question has been, is he fit enough? Absolutely brilliant throughout the course of the Six Nations. Man of the Match performance against England in round 3. And absolutely brilliant. Carried 18 times, 8 more than any other player in red, and gained a team high 112 metres in that win over England. Faletau is on the nominees list. Next up then is Robbie Henshaw. Robbie Henshaw of Ireland. Very, very good Six Nations for him. Physical, powerful, and he certainly loves to put in a tackle. Absolutely. The 27-year-old has quietly put together an excellent championship, and he was again superb at the Aviva Stadium, running hard and tackling hard in lung-busting performances that earned him a Man of the Match performance against England. His energy in midfield, defensive solidity, and excellence under the high ball all played a part tonight in turning around their disappointing start to the championship. Next up on the list is Rhys. Of course, was the talk of the town before the 2020 Six Nations, but wasn't given a chance and got his debut in the Autumn Nations Cup. But this Six Nations, he has been absolutely brilliant. Opened his account in round 1 against Ireland, scoring in the corner, but again, got 2 tries against Scotland, and the second try is a potential contender for try of the season, which we will get to later on. Again, scored a brilliant try against Italy as he got that intercept, and almost scored the try-winning try against the French. Tough for Welsh fans. What a campaign for him. Next up, we head to Scotland, and this man in the number 7 jersey has been absolutely incredible. It is Hamish Watson of Scotland. Amazing. And he's got to be one of the favourites to start out 7s for the Lions. The flanker was at the heart of everything for Scotland, tackling relentlessly and carrying willingly throughout. He was at the heart of the epic away wins in England, and France scored a rare test try against Ireland in round 4. And he was also named Guinness Six Nations Player of the Match against the Italians. So those are the nominees. Who am I going to give the award to? Who do I think deserves the award? Well, I think you have to look at Wales first of all, simply because they won the competition, didn't they? They were the champions of the Six Nations for 2021. And so in my opinion, you have to give it to Rhys. Scored the try against the Scots that got us the win in the end, didn't he? And what a try it was. The young man plays without fear. Very, very confident to go with ball in hand and to back himself. Defensively, maybe a little bit questionable, but I think the way that he galvanised his squad, he got a very important try against Ireland and just offered something very different. I think he has to be the winner of this one. I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. So the next award available for the Six Nations Awards 2021 here on BS Rugby has got to be the Breakthrough Player of the Season, and I've decided to give it to Duan Van Der Merver. Got his first cap in October 2020 and has absolutely bursted onto the scene with 8 tries in 10 games for Scotland. The player, of course, is on his way to Worcester in the summer, but let's have a look at what he achieved during this campaign. 4 tries this campaign, 8, as I said, tries in 10 matches for Scotland, 2 against Italy and 2 against France. And of course, got that try-winning try against France in that huge win out in Paris, which saw them win in Paris for the first time since 1999, and the first time as well that England have won in Twickenham for over 20 years. Absolutely massive performances from him. I'm really excited to see how he does. And is he an outside shell of the Lions? Be very interesting to get your thoughts on that. The next award then up has got to be try of the campaign, and for me there's only one try that we can give this to, but let's have a look at some of the potential ones that we could have gone with. Keith against England, brilliant line, brilliant finish from the player who has been said he's too old, he's not good enough, he's not at the level anymore. Absolutely brilliant performance from him and a brilliant finish as well. Monty Ione as Wales was a fantastic bit of innovation to take the kick over the top, to gather it and to finish in the corner was very, very impressive. You got to say that Dupont's try against Wales, but it's all for Jalibert's work. See, he put it in a lovely chip over the top and fed it to the 9. And of course, Damien Penaud's try against England, Jalibert once again central to that. But I've gone with Rhys Zamach's try for Wales against Scotland. What it meant for the game, the absolute brilliance of the technique on the kick, to execute that kick, to gather it, to back himself in that situation and to finish so well, has to be the try of the competition for me. Let me know in the comments down below what was your favourite try of the competition. So the next category is proving the doubters wrong. A couple of nominees. First of all, Johnny Sexton of Ireland, Ben Youngs of England, Dan Biggar of Wales, Ken Owens of Wales. Those are my nominees, and I've decided to go with Johnny Sexton. I think he's had an incredible campaign this year. Many people saying he's past it, he's too old, too injury prone. We had the situation with the concussion, of course, before the Six Nations kicked off. And lots of people saying that, you know, he's had too many doctors coming out and saying he's had over 50 concussions. But the man has put in some incredible performances over the course of the competition. I think his one big thing for me that's really stood out about him this year is his kicking game. His kicking is on the mark every single time, whether he's kicking for goal or he's kicking for territory. It's on the money. It's always perfect. And against England and against Scotland, they executed their kicking game brilliantly to earn them some fantastic wins in that one. And Sexton was pivotal to that. And do you know what? Bar Finn Russell, I think he's one of the favourites to start for the Lions. Let me know in the comments down below. And for the final award is Coach of the Tournament. 3 nominees for me: Wayne Pivac, Fabien Galthié and Gregor Townsend. Let's have a talk then about each one. Of course, Wayne Pivac, first of all, would be the favourite, and 4 out of the 5 games and won the championship. Fabien Galthié, 3 wins out of 5, but some huge wins over the likes of Wales and really getting close and playing some brilliant rugby across the tournament. Then you got to talk about Gregor Townsend, who has been absolutely brilliant throughout the competition. And to be honest, getting some massive wins against England and against France. But who wins this award for me? Well, I've decided to go with Wayne Pivac. You can't ignore a winning coach. 2020 was a horrible year for Wales fans. It was a tough year, and a lot of people were calling for Pivac's head. But the way he's turned this team around, got them playing with confidence, got them going back to basics, and being able to deliver in pressure situations. Surely Wayne Pivac has got to win this award. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But there we go. That is my award ceremony done and dusted for the Six Nations 2021. There'll be loads of videos coming out over the next few days, looking back at the Six Nations and looking back at the Pro 14 and the build-up, of course, to the European Cup games over the weekend. If you have enjoyed this, do smash that subscribe button, guys. Free to do and helps us grow the channel. And of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below and like the video. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you very soon here on BS Rugby. Peace.